So, first things first, I'm the realist.
Drop this and let the whole world feel it.
Taya Mux, Taya Mux, Taya Mux.
Black Hood. We're called the Red Circle. Each and every we're coming for you. We will find you. Find you. We will hunt you. Hunt you. We will
Alice Cooper is covering up a dead body.
Yes.
Well, I guess not covering it up. She's actually
covering up the murder of
the said dead body. The bleached blonde man.
Mm-hmm. Who will be referred to as the Shady Man.
The Shady Man is conked out forever on the floor.
Yeah, the forever sleep.
The forever sleep. Chic is being a little weasel baby in the corner,
he's
sniveling.
Girl, help your mother.
I only say this, yes, because he's zero help. Betty jumps right on in. They're doing full crime scene breakdown. They got the bleach. They've got their kitchenette gloves on. They're rolling the body up in carpet. Who should call but Hal Cooper? Alice is like, don't let on that anything's wrong. Betty is like, he wants to come get his toiletries. I don't know how long we have. Jughead calls.
Hey, Betty, just wanted to say goodnight. Like, thanks for having sex with me. I love you. And she goes, yeah, right. Okay, bye.
Because Alice is like, Betty, Hal comes.
And he gets his toiletries. And I don't know where they've stashed the body of the man.
Just in the nick of time, he immediately is like, it smells like a hospital in here.
He's
Why
like,
is there
it
so
smells
much bleach?
of bleach.
Yeah.
Girl.
Betty and Alice are like, yeah. And then Hal's like, okay, I'm going to leave.
Bye.
Yeah.
Betty and Alice load into the Cooper SUV.
And they drive out to the middle of the woods somewhere for a storm relief drain.
Yeah, you know, like the big concrete ones.
Yeah, and Alice is like, nobody will ever find him out here, Betty. This was my secret place as a girl. And
like,
okay. Betty is like, okay, we dunked the body. We dunked the body here. Time to go back home and clean. Right next door in the Andrews garage, Agent Adams is basically like interrogating Archie. Are you sure that Hiram didn't send out a hit for Papa Poutine? Are you double sure?
Are you
triple sure? Archie confesses nothing. Agent Adams is like, I'm very disappointed in your work today, Agent Andrews. It's like, well, that's simply a child.
That's simply a child. And then he kicks down Archie's bass drum and breaks it.
Yeah.
Special Agent Dale Cooper would never do this.
Special Agent Dale Cooper would descend upon Riverdale and in a single afternoon solve every problem.
He would, and he'd talk about Tibet.
So Hal, he is off to the races, back to, you guessed it, the warm embrace of Penelope Blossom. She's looming over him, massaging his shoulders like
Harold.
Hal
name drop. His name is Harold, not Hal.
Ew. Penelope is like, you say it smelled of bleach. Let me comfort you. And it's so upsetting.
It's gross and nasty.
Because, again, Penelope technically married into the Blossom, so she's not his blood cousin.
But it's still weird.
We cut back to the Cooper house, and Betty and Alice are really getting into their zhuzh of every fingerprint, every ounce of blood must be swept clean from the Cooper house. Betty is scrubbing the fruit on the table that was near the guy. And even Alice is like, he never touched that. And Betty is like, it must be cleansed.
She's very Emma Pillsbury at this moment.
Yeah. Betty cleans deep into the night.
And she does one of those.
Out.
She does one of those things where she like goes down and onto the bed, and the camera goes with her.
Yeah,
and I liked it.
It was really good. And then match cut. It's the next day, and she's waking up groggy. Cause that's so valid, Betty.
Yeah, dark circles.
Traumatized. Meanwhile, Alice and Chic are literally like giddy over chocolate pancakes, ignoring the fact that they were covering up a murder last night.
Like, they're just like, oh, Bettine turds. And she's like pouring cereal thinking about the blood of the man. Like, so, it's crazy where Jughead shows up at her door in the morning
to walk her to school.
And everybody's like,
is it the cops? And then it's Jughead whisking her off to a full school day after her murder cover up last night. And he's like, hey, so just making sure, like, was last night okay for you? We're not moving too fast. I kind of said I love you over the phone after we slept together for the first time, and you hung up.
Like, what's up with that?
And Betty's
like, oh my God, no, like, I love you. Like, that was fine. Like, it was good. It was
just
great.
like
I
drama at home.
Drama at home. You know, the typical stuff.
Typical Cooper household.
We're at the student lounge.
Yeah.
Kevin comes in and he's like, guys, guess what? There was a murder. And Betty's like, murder. And she runs to the bathroom
and starts vomiting. Turns out Kevin was just talking about the death of Papa Poutine, the assassination of Papa Poutine. Ronnie grabs Archie, pulls him for a chat in an empty classroom, and is like, I cannot believe this. It is obviously gang activity that my father did. Like, I just am so sick of the not knowing, Archie. And Archie knows that, like, Hiram picked up his little black phone and made a call about the Papa Poutine of it all.
And he's like, I don't think your father would ever do that.
I know your father would never do that. Yeah, maybe, like, just, like, have a convo. Ronnie has this whole past of, like, pulling off the pearls. Archie is just starting to insert the pearls.
Yes.
And so, like, they're at two different stages of Hiram. Like,
yeah, they really are. He's on his way in. She's on her way out.
Yeah.
Jughead is dealing with the fact that there were all those eviction notices on the south side.
For embroiled in the Pickens scandal.
Yeah, the Pickens head scandal. He's at home. And he's pouring himself over a map of Riverdale. Specifically,
Riverdale South Side. This is massive evidence that Riverdale is an incredibly small town. We've got the South Side High School, Sunnyside Trailer Park, the Moonlight Drive-In, and Jughead is looking at, like, what connects these three areas of town? What could possibly be a reason for one, I don't know, anonymous buyer, Hiram Lodge, to buy up this property?
FP walks in and he goes, okay, so let's give the head to Mara McCoy and let's have a chat with her. And Jughead's like, so what if I told you I sent the head to the lodges?
And Effie is like, girl, why are you inciting violence? Hiram and Hermione are like, this head can only mean one thing, a declaration of war. Ronnie is like, okay, or this could be a declaration of, like, peace talks. I'll set up a peace talk with Jughead and FP, and I'll bring my popsicle, Hiram. That way we can, like, work it out on the remix. We're cutting back to the Cooper house at the end of this school day.
So Betty has come home from puking and being stressed all day to Chic and Alice playing Clue.
But it is dark upstairs.
And
I'm frightened of the dark. Won't anyone go with me? Cheryl is Miss Scarlet.
Cheryl's Miss Scarlet. Ronnie is Mrs. White.
Betty's Mrs. Peacock. Kevin is Mr. Green. Jughead is Professor Plum. And I guess Archie's Colonel Mustard.
Yeah, I like all this.
Fangs is Yvette.
He's my Yvette.
This is our, like, much like the Ice Bucket Challenge, we challenge you, Drew Ray Tanner, to the Yvette French Maid Costume Challenge.
And you have to post it and tag us.
You have 5 days to respond.
What if he does it? What are we gonna do?
I also had to cognac. We know. Betty is not interested in playing Clue. She runs up to her room and she's thinking, we searched his body. It was just his phone. No wallet, no identifier. I'm still super freaked. Super freaky. That someone's gonna try to come find this guy. I'm going back to the storm drain.
Yeah, I don't think I've been traumatized enough by this. So
I'm rifling through his pockets.
I'm gonna go rifle through his pockets
and get his phone and really find out who this man is. She's up in her room looking through all of his texts and missed calls, and she's transcribing them into her notebook. Betty is coping in a very
Betty way. She finds out through her little snooping that, well, Mr. Shady Man was indeed a drug dealer.
And you guessed it, Chic had sent him a message the night of the murder when the Shady Man arrived, asking for some zhuzh. Betty comes downstairs the next morning after her results, and she is j'accuse of Chic. And Alice is very like,
Betty, what the fuck?
You went back to the drain?
At all of this, at Betty being like, Chic, this is your fucking fault. You got us in this mess.
You didn't even help out clean.
And yeah, exactly. And then Chic starts like
sniveling again.
Betty is like, the waterworks right now?
Nobody believes you, Chick. So then Alice like drags Betty away because Alice is still in protecting Chick mode. I mean, he just played Clue with her. And Alice is basically like, shut up, buddy. Drop it. While Betty and Alice are getting like composed in the front hall, Chick, we see a break in his facade of sniveling, and he evilly smirks.
Fuck you.
We cut to Sunnyside Trailer Park. It's the big day of the peace talks between the Lodges and the Joneses. What an interesting array of people. Hiram is going in silver-tongued as usual.
Of course.
I hear that you might have some concerns about like property being bought up in the South Side. Some j'accuse is occurring about Tallboy maybe being bought out by me for the Pickens scandal. Water under the bridge, right, guys? What if I, being the nice guy that I am, pay off all of the overdue rent and I just sweep those eviction notices out the door, and that way, the Serpents are safe on the South Side and Sunnyside Trailer Park, and even trade. FP is like, that sounds pretty good.
So they shake on it.
And then Hiram goes, oh, one more thing. I know you're thinking of writing an expose, Juggy, and maybe talking about how I'm a creepy land buyer mob, blah, 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 Juggy. What if you just leave my name out of your expose? And that's just another term of this deal. And Jughead is like, oh, girlina, no.
And FP's like, I guess, we'll see you in the papers.
So the peace talks did not go over well. Jughead is on his path to expose Hiram's shady dealings. And he goes to Mary McCoy and is kind of like, this is your time to cast them off. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Hal and Penelope are not subtle, I'd say.
No.
And basically, Cheryl is seeing them have an affair in front of her. What is she doing outside while they're boinking?
Oh, she's
practicing archery.
And if we burn,
you burn with us. She's a crack shot.
Incredibly good at it. She hits 2 bullseyes.
She also tries to talk to Penelope about it and be like, maybe you shouldn't sleep with a married man / your not blood cousin, but my uncle. And Penelope just eats a strawberry at her. Penelope's like, I may be a courtesan, Cheryl, but with Hal, it's real.
Ew. Cheryl takes it upon herself to, next time Hal comes over, that she's going to wait up in the dark for him.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I know that you're boinking my mother, and I bet Betty and Alice would be very upset if they found that out.
Yeah.
So maybe you should, I don't know, get the fuck away from us.
Cut to the Andrews house. Archie walks in, greeted by Vegas, a lovely sleigh, but he notices on the table a nefarious hat.
Fedora.
Yeah. Boom. Agent Adams at the table with Fred. Agent Adams is like, nice to meet ya. And Archie has to pretend that he doesn't know who Agent Adams is. Fred comes up to Archie's room later and is like, that was the FBI. Turns out I'm not supposed to hire illegal immigrants from Canada at Andrews Construction, and they're asking to like audit of my books for the last 7 years. So yeah, Archie, it's not looking good.
Archie, to his credit, does later confront Agent Adams
immediately
about this. Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, outside the house.
Yeah.
And he's like, you motherfucker, I thought you were gonna keep my dad's name out your fucking mouth. And he's like, you want your dad to stop getting bullied
audited
by me?
By the FBI.
You're gonna have to put a bug in Hiram's study. So
yeah,
what then?
So Archie's like, he takes the bug, but he's like, I'm not gonna do that. But he takes the bug. Cut to Pops. Betty is systematically going through every contact on the shady man's phone to call them and say, hey, I just found this phone in a parking lot. Do you know who it belongs to?
And every time they're like, click, click, click.
Hang up.
She's full on Spencer Hastings while Sale is playing in the background, and she's got the frizzy hair, and she's diving into is Ezra Fitz A.
Finally, somebody calls back and is like, you know what? Actually, who are you? I bet you're that girl that Mr. Man has been sleeping with. You know what? He doesn't even deserve to come home anymore. I'm through with him. He's dead to me. Well, yikes.
So she leaves her frantic sesh, goes outside of the Cooper house, is crying on the steps. She's like, what do I do? What do I do?
I'm going to call Jughead. tells him everything because she needs a shoulder to cry on. And that's actually so valid. Jughead is like, we have to call the cops right now. It's not too late. Self-defense is like a viable like thing. And Betty's like, yeah, I think it was self-defense. That's what Alice said.
Like, I wasn't there, so who the fuck knows?
We're going to assume. Suddenly,
the slayest of all slays shows up. Parking enforcement. And she's like, wee woo, wee woo.
The tiniest car.
So any of you kids know why this car's been parked out here for 3 days? If it's not gone in 5 minutes, I'm going to give you a ticket.
And Jughead's like,
that's my car.
Sorry, ma'am, that's my car. I'll move it. I just couldn't find my keys. Jughead, you're a real one. And then the parking enforcement lady twiddles away. And Jughead is like, Betty, how fast can you hotwire a car? Not only did Betty hold on to the phone of the man that was murdered, his car was parked outside of the Cooper house for 2 days straight.
And they just didn't think about it? How else do you dispose of a car in a town with a river?
You psycho. It's shot for shot the Psycho Norman Bates dump of poor Vivian Leigh's car. And we see that the license plate of the Shady Man's car reads NFB 418 Centerville, the Maple State.
We looked it up. There is no Maple State.
So
Riverdale is a state of mind.
So then Jughead's like, the phone too. She chucks it in the river. And the car and the phone are gone.
So Mayor McCoy comes over and talks to Hiram and Hermione in Hiram's study. Mm-hmm. And Ronnie overhears the very last part of this conversation where Mayor McCoy is like, I can't do this. Fuck you. And leaves.
And Ronnie's like, what just happened? And Hiram and Hermione are like, she's getting really, really cold feet, freaked out about the expose, freaked out about the threats from Jughead.
She's like, I won't do anything with the South Side. I won't announce that we're doing all this in the South Side until I get reelected. And they're like, so we're just going to have to get rid of her. And Ronnie's like, you don't mean. And they're like, oh my God, no. We just want her to not be like the mayor anymore.
Like, yeah, not credible. So we're going to release, you guessed it, our understanding that she is indeed sleeping with Sheriff Keller. Ronnie's like, yeah.
So she goes to Mayor McCoy, and she does not tell her parents this. She goes to Mayor McCoy, and she's like, hey, by the way, my parents want you the fuck out of the mayor's office. So I'm just letting you know that they know that you're fucking Sheriff Keller.
And they're like, this is my heads up to you. Like,
they're about to pull the trigger.
I don't want you to like get ousted. This gives Mayor McCoy enough of a heads up, though, to be like, special announcement. She's resigning and not running for re-election, circumnavigating the entire reason that the lodges would have even used her. Hermione and Hiram are watching this on the news live as it's happening. Ronnie walks up behind them and she's like, yeah, I mean, really, you can't release the information now. It'd just be cruel. And Hiram and Hermione look back at her like, girl. Right after this, Hiram goes into Ronnie's bedroom and she's reading a book. He's like, girl, did you go to Mayor McCoy and give her a heads up? And she's like, no, I did not. And it's kind of like giving parallels of a scene
earlier where she
forgot
goes,
to mention.
Did you kill Papa Poutine? And he says,
no, I did not.
So, Then we go to the Cooper household where Hal, spurred on by Cheryl threatening to tell everybody about his affair, is like, actually, I'm back home. I don't want to be back over there.
And Chic, unfortunately, is the only one home when Hal arrives. So they start beefing, of course. And Betty walks in on them, and Hal is yelling and up in arms about like, Chic, get out of my house. It's still my house. Da, 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 da,
and
da.
Chic is like, what is he doing? Crying.
Sniveling.
And Betty's like, it's really funny that you actually care about this, Hal, because, well, my girl Cheryl just told me about your fucking affair. So what then? You really care about this family? Why are you coming over here interrogating us? Is it just because you're projection nachos about your affair? Yeah.
And she's like, leave right now or I'll tell Mom about the affair. And Hal leaves. He skedaddles.
Yeah.
So
because he's a no spine ass bitch.
And Chic is like, thank you so much, Betty. And Betty's like, it wasn't for you. It was for my mother.
As previously mentioned, Archie got the bug to bug Hiram's study. And he goes up to Hiram's study and he's like, Hiram, I'm going to level with you right now.
The FBI reached out to me.
And they've been trying to get me to give you information. And they even wanted me to bug you. But I went ahead and smashed that bug because I'm loyal to you, Daddy.
And I'm telling you all of this because They threatened my own father. And
Hiram's like, okay, I'll take care of Agent. Who was it again? Adams. I'll take care of Agent Adams.
Agent Arthur Adams, Archie Andrews reveals.
And so Hiram's like, I'll take care of Agent Adams, and I will make sure your father is fine. Thank you for telling me. You're a real one, Archie. And well, you can call me Daddy now.
Following the big Cooper kerfuffle, with Hal poking around, having to dispose of a car, Jughead now knows everything. When Alice comes home, Betty is like, girl,
we need some fucking help on this.
Like,
we are flying blind. We need to go to some people. We need help.
Betty goes, the serpents.
They knock on the trailer of FP and Jughead, and FP opens the door and he goes, Jughead just told me everything. Get in the fucking place. We're gonna deal with this. I'm not letting you guys make the same mistakes that I did with Jason. FP goes off to go ahead, dig a grave, because we're not just leaving the body out with blankets over it.
In your secret place as a girl.
He goes ahead and puts a lot of lime on it. While he's doing it, he kind of pauses for a second and goes, but we don't really see exactly what the fuck he was doing with that, and it's not brought up again. So I'm just mentioning it now because I can't remember if it comes up.
Meanwhile, Alice, Betty, Juggy are waiting at Pop's. FP returns, and Alice is like, thank you so much, FP. I couldn't do this without you. I am just so sad that I brought Betty into it and that now Jughead's also involved. And FP just grabs her hand and holds it, and he's like, it's done now. The circle is closed. This doesn't leave us.
It's cute.
It's phallus. Chic is helped not at all.
In fact, he's actively undermining everything. The Underminer!
And so Chic is back at the Cooper house flipping through scrapbooks next to a roaring fire. He takes some scissors and he snips right through Hal and he cuts him out of the family.
Hal, you're cut out. I mean, you know what? Slay Diva.
But yeah, Chic is really just being...
He's giving nefarious.
We cut to the Andrews house.
Yes.
It's night, the dead of night. Archie hears a little rat-a-tat-tat at the door. It's Andre. Andre is like, the boss wants to see you, Red.
The boss wants to see you, Red. And I hear a little bit of an accent and I go, wait a second.
Is Andre British?
I look it up. British actor.
Archie gets in the car.
Yes.
And he's like, okay, Andre, you missed the turn to the Pembroke. Where are we going? And Andre's like, somewhere scenic, somewhere a little more private for your conversation with the boss.
And it's giving, he's about to be Old Yellard.
Archie infamously did just reveal that a solid 2 weeks went by where he was talking with the FBI behind Hiram's back. They're driving out in the middle of the woods, suddenly to the middle of the seaside.
They're on a cliff.
A drop off, much like you said. Dark shadows coated. There's a lone dark figure on the cliffside, and the headlights blare into its silhouette. And Archie steps out to be like, hello. The figure turns around.
It's Hermione fucking Lodge.
She's the boss.
She goes, oh yeah, you know that Agent Adams character? Yeah, he was hired by me.
This was a test. This was all just to see if you would stand up to some heat, if you were presented with an option to undermine our family. And you passed.
You passed. Welcome to the family, Archie. Betty got a lot of play this episode.
Betty did get a lot of play.
This is laughing at Archie's tail.
Yeah, this is a heavy Betty episode. And I love.
And we did note that whenever there's a Betty heavy episode, there's not a lot of
music. Yeah, which conversely, Ronnie's episodes at least have 1 to 2.
Yeah,
and it's usually a showpiece.
And it's usually her going, and she's singing like a nightingale. Scissoring is cool.